Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
We'll be waiting 2 more minutes so that everyone.
Okay.
Did you try the problem, Vijay Lakshmi? Yesterday we discussed the problem.
Yes, sir.
Or you want me to explain it? Let me share my screen. What about others from your college? No one joined?
Sir, today we have exam, sir, in our college. So
Okay.
roughly, I just put that sum.
Okay. No issue. So your exams are going on, right? Which exams?
Yes.
Internals.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Finished, sir. Today only it's finished.
Okay. Then no one joined from your college, only one.
Maybe that girl is a hosteler, sir. Outside hosteler.
Okay.
So some
So,
traveling issues she had.
okay.
She will come, sir.
Okay. Now, meantime, let me explain this problem. Now here, I hope you can see my screen, Vijayalakshmi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now here, the problem is we discussed it because they purchased the material in 3 batches. Batch 1, 4,000 units. Batch 2, 2,000 units, and batch 3, 3,000 units. And after batch 1, around 3,000 units were after batch 1, 3,000 units were sold, and after batch 2, another 1,000 units was sold. Now here we need to compute the cost of goods sold by using periodic inventory system. Now, if you try to do with the method which I showed, let me share my Excel sheet. Through that
Sir,
Excel sheet, yes.
sir, I had one doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, why we are
Hmm.
sir, can you please show that sir, units sold 1,000, why we are doing 4.2 25, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now let me explain this. Now,
Four,
which
four,
method? Yeah.
four.
So, yeah. Continue. Yes, Vijay, continue.
Sir, you can continue, sir.
Yeah. So, what I understood from your question is, so for these 1,000 units, why we need to take cost per unit as 4.25? Why not 4.50? Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, let me explain this. Now, which method we are following? First in, first out method, right? We are following first in, first out
Yes,
method
sir.
for the purchase. Now, try to understand this. Now, units bought is 4,000 and we showed the balance. Immediately after the batch one, we issued 3,000 units. So 3,000 into 4.25 we did. And then again we purchased the batch two for 2,000 units. Again we purchased batch two for 2,000 units at 4.50. But after batch two, how much? What they mentioned, 1,000 units after the second place. Nothing but second purchase. Now, what is our second purchase after 2,000? Again, we issued how many units? How many units we sold? 1,000 units. Now, why we need to take 4.50 means we are following the first in first out method. Actually, first how many units we purchased? 4,000, right? Actually, we purchased how
Yes,
many
sir.
units? 4,000.
4,000.
Now, in this 4,000, did we completely sold complete 4,000? We sold how much?
Not sir.
Only 3,000.
3,000.
Exactly. So 3,000 we sold it. So how many units will be balanced? Out of 4,000, if you
1,000.
sold, 1,000 will be balanced. Now, don't you think first we need to issue this 1,000 from this 4,000 only because this is not completed. So that is 4.25 I will take.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes. Now, weighted average method. Now, one of the most commonly used method in practice is weighted average. Now, here, as per weighted average, we need to assume that inventory value based on weighted average of all cost. So, in this case, the formula which we use is cost of goods sold, nothing but cost of goods available for sale during the period divided by number of units available during the period. Nothing but what is the total cost of goods available for sale during the period, and we need to divide this particular amount by number of units available during the period. Then we will be getting the weighted average cost per unit. Because in case of first in first out method, what we did, the material which we purchased first, we considered that particular cost per unit. But what weighted average cost of capital says, we need to take an average cost per se. Suppose here, company might have purchased some units in January and another units in February and March. So the January they might have purchased for $10. Now February they might have purchased it for $15, and in March they might have purchased it for $20. Now weighted average, what it says is you need to take a common weighted average. So that is what weighted average says. So here the formula to compute the weighted average cost per unit would be the cost of goods available for sale during the period divided by number of units available during the period. Now best suited to the homogeneous products recorded using a periodical inventory system. Now let me explain what is this homogeneous product. Homogeneous products means similar products. If a company manufactures and sells similar products, we can use this weighted average product. Similar products mean there is no change. Suppose if I take, let us assume that a cosmetic company. Now, in case of cosmetic company, they won't manufacture similar product. They will be manufacturing the different products. But if I take companies like suppose health drinks, suppose if I take any specific company or any company which manufactures only one product, uh, let us assume that uh, anyone assist me, any company which manufactures only one product, one same type of product. Guys, now I need your help to pick an example. What is a company which manufactures only one product? One product in the same products. They, suppose if I take cosmetics, several kinds of cosmetics are there. The company will
Sir,
manufacture.
Apple, iPhone.
Ah, very good. Good. Now this Apple company, they will be manufacturing only this Apple iPhones. So that can be considered as a homogeneous products. So this weighted average concept is mainly useful for these homogeneous products. Clear? Now we'll try to see an illustration with weighted average so that you will have a better understanding. Compared to first in first out method, weighted average is very simple. So here, during its first year of operation, Helix Corporation has purchased all of its inventory in 3 batches. Same batch 1 4000 at 4.25, batch 2 2000 units at 4.50, and batch 3 was 3000 units at 4.75 per unit. And in total 4000 units were sold, 3000 units after the first purchase and 1000 units after the second purchase. The question is same. Now here the requirement is determine the amount of ending inventory, nothing but closing inventory, and cost of goods sold by using weighted average method. Now try to understand this concept guys. First one. First we purchased 4000 units at the rate of 4.25. So 4000 into 4.25, what is the total? 17,000. Right? The total value which we got is 70,000. That is the first batch. Now then you purchase second batch for how much? 2000 units. At what rate you purchase? 4.50. Now try to understand this. So 4.50 into 2000, you got the total amount as 9,000. And again, in third batch, we purchased 3000 units at the rate of 4.7. So the total amount comes to 14,250. So the total cost incurred by this company to purchase these 3 batches of inventory is 40,250. How many units they purchased? First 4,000, second 2,000, third 3,000. So the total units will be 9,000. So the weighted average cost per unit would be amount divided by units. That is 40,250 divided by 9,000. So you got weighted average cost per unit as 4.47 double. Now what will be the cost of goods sold? Now how much goods we sold guys here? Question clearly says that we sold 4,000 units. Now this 4,000 units should be considered by taking this weighted average cost per unit, that is 4.47. So the cost of goods sold will be 17,889, and final closing stock, that is inventory, because we have total 9,000. In that how much we sold? 4,000. So the balance will be 5,000. So 5,000 into 4.7. So total ending inventory will be 22,360. Just see that. Any query guys? Just very simple here. The weighted average cost says that we need to compute the weighted average cost per unit. How we will get the weighted average cost per unit? The total cost incurred to purchase the material divided by number of material you purchased. That is nothing but the weighted average cost per unit. Now, whenever there is an issue, you just consider that particular weighted average cost per unit. That's it. So that's why I said compared to first in first out method, weighted average is very simple. So just look into this. If anyone have any query, let me know, because I am going to give an exercise on this now. You need to do just I will be giving 2 minutes, 5 minutes time. You need to do that by using the
I
weighted average.
want to repeat the ending inventory, sir.
Ending inventory? Sure. Now, what is the total? How many units we purchased? 9,000, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that 9,000 units, how many units we sold?
4,000.
What will be the balance? 9,000 minus 4,000.
5,000.
And what is the weighted average cost we got? 4.47. So 5,000 into 4.47, 22,360.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, can I assume that you understood this weighted average? Because I
Yes,
will be,
sir.
yeah, let me give a small question. I will be sharing, splitting the screen so that you can refer it. And by referring this, you can do my illustration. Yeah. So in batch 1, purchased 10,000 units. 10,000 units at the rate of 20. In batch 2, purchased 12,000 units at the rate of 22. Batch 3, purchased 15,000 units at the rate of 24. Units sold, number of units sold is 21,000. 21,000 units were sold. Now required, what you need to compute? You should compute first one, cost of goods sold. Then you should also compute closing stock or nothing but closing inventory. So which method? By using, you need to require by using
Weighted average method.
exactly weighted average method. You have 5 minutes time. So do this. Yeah. I hope everyone can see my screen. For your reference, I just split my screen also. So you
Yes,
can
sir.
see the method also.
Yes, sir.
So first you should compute weighted average cost per unit. Then cost of goods sold you will be getting and closing inventory. Completed, guys?
So 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah. How much you got? Weighted average cost per unit?
Sir, weighted average 22.270.
22.270. Let okay.
2702.
Weighted average cost per unit. Let me once check it. 22.270, right?
02.
So first total cost. Now for this weighted average cost per unit, what we need to do first, we need to compute the total. So the total cost will be 10,000 into 20 plus 12,000 into 22. Then last one 15,000 into 24. So total cost you got 8,24,000 and total
Yes,
units.
sir. 8,24,000 I got.
Very good. Total units would be 10 plus 12 plus 15. So 27 plus 37, right? Yes.
Yes, sir. 37.
Yeah. So weighted average cost per unit would be 8,24,000 divided by 30. Perfect. Sorry. Sorry. 37,000. So 22.270%. So this is the weighted average cost per unit. Now what we need to compute here, cost of goods sold. So our cost of goods sold will be, how many goods we sold?
21,000.
21,000. So 21,000
Into
into
22.27027.
yes. So cost of goods sold will be 44,67,675. Then
Yes, sir.
yes, closing inventory. Now what is closing inventory here?
16,000.
Perfect. 37,000 minus 21,000.
Yes, sir.
So it will be 16,000. Correct. So
16,000.
yes. So 16,000 into 22.27027. So the closing inventory would be 3,56,324.3. So this is the procedure for computing weighted average method. So I hope participants it is clear. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Yeah. Now next one is moving average. Now here assumption inventory value based on average cost per unit recalculated after each purchase. So because the name itself says that moving average means average will continuously move. We don't have any fixed percentage of weighted average. Whenever there is a purchase, you need to compute the weighted average. That is nothing but moving average. So compared to weighted average, valuation is more current because the current price terms are considered and requires use of perpetual inventory system because this moving average we generally apply it to the perpetual inventory system. But simple here, you need to understand that the main difference between weighted average and moving average is in case of weighted average, we compute the average cost per unit only for one time. But in case of moving average, whenever there is a purchase, you need to recalculate the average. So that is the main difference between moving average and weighted average. Now we'll see a question on this. Now don't confuse, please focus. Now how exactly it should be computed. Now during a first, there is no change in the question. Same batch 1 4,000 units at the rate of 4.25 and batch 2 2,000 at the rate of 4.5 and batch 3 3,000 at the rate of 4.75 and there was sales for 1 4,000 total sales for 4,000 one in 3,000 units and other one is 1,000 units. Now we try to compute by using the moving average. Very important guys, just try to understand this first. Now in the this one is purchases, so whatever we are purchasing and sales and this is our closing balance. Okay, now first in the batch 1 we purchase 4,000 units, so 4,000 cost 4.25 total 75. So in our go down also you will have a stock of 4,000 4.25 and 17,000. I don't think you have any query in the first element. Is that clear about the 4,000 units first one?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Now the next is 3,000 units because in question they clearly mentioned that immediately after the purchase, here you can see in total 4,000 units were sold. In that 4,000, 3,000 units after the first purchase. Now your first purchase is nothing but for 4,000. Immediately after 4,000 units purchase, we sold 3,000 units and 1,000 units after the second purchase. Now how we need to deal in case of moving average? So 3,000. Now because already you have the first cost per unit same 4.25, 12,750. So out of 4,000, we sold 3,000. Then the balance will be 1,000, 4.25, 4,250. Is that clear about this 3,000 transaction?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now the actual concept starts. Second batch, 2,000 units you purchase at the rate of 4.50. Participants, if you can recollect, I mentioned that moving average means whenever there is a purchase, you need to compute the weighted average. Whenever there is a purchase, you should compute the weighted average. How it should be computed, I will be showing. So first in the purchases, you will be writing 2,000 and you purchase it for 4.50, it comes to 9,000. Now see the quantity guys. Already in our go down, how many units are there? 1,000, right? We have 1,000 units in our go down. And again, how much we purchased? 2,000. So the total stock in our go down will be 3,000. This element, is it clear? How we got 3,000?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because closing already we have a stock of 1,000 plus we purchased 2,000, it comes to 3,000. Okay. Yes. Now next, what was the amount we are having? What is the amount here? 4,250, right?
Yes, sir.
So in our
Yes, sir.
in our inventory balance, we showed 4,250. And what is the amount we paid for purchasing 2,000? 9,000, right? So 9,000 plus 4,250. How much will be getting? 13,250. Amount, just in simple terms, the logic is amount plus units plus units, amount plus amount. So 1,000 plus 2,000, 3,000, 4,250 plus 9,000, 13,250. Now 13,250 divided by 3,000, you will get a weighted average, moving average of 4.4167. Is that clear? Or you want me to explain once again? Yes.
Sir, once again repeat the average cost of
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
3,000.
Sure, sure, sure. See, already we have a balance of 1000, 4.25, 4250, right? And we purchased 2000, 4.50, 9000. So in this balance, how we are doing is units plus units. 1000 plus 2000, 3000. I hope units is clear. 1000 plus 2000, 3000. Is a clear units column?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then amount plus amount. What is the amount here? 4250. Then 9000. 4250 plus 9000. It is 13,250. Is that clear how we got the amount?
Yes, sir.
Then this 13,250 divided by 3000. 13,250 divided by 3000. We will be getting 4.4167. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I hope guys is a clear. Ankit, Dhanlakshmi and Prabha. Is it clear? So just we are adding units plus units and amount plus amount. That's it. There is no much difference. Okay. Yeah. Shall I go with the next one?
Yes, sir.
Now here they mention that another 1000 units were issued. Nothing but another 1000 units were sold after the second purchase. So second purchase was done in 2000. So again 1000 units. So how much we got here? Weighted average cost of capital. How much we got here? 4.4167. So 1000 into 4.4167 amount will be 4,417. Then 3000 minus 1000 it will be 2000 and there will not be any change in the unit 4000 4.4167 and 2000 into this we got an amount of 8,008. Then again the last one we purchased another 3000 units. Now this you should understand. Now when you purchase the 3000 units here 3000 at what rate you purchase 4.75. So 3000 into 4.75 14,250. Then the balance will be 2000 plus 3000. It will be 5000. Then amount 8,833 plus 14,250 23,083. Guys, if you are confusing here, I will explain it in Excel sheet also. You want me to do it in Excel sheet? If you are confused?
No, sir.
No, not required.
Not record, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Understood, sir. By this
Yes.
way.
Yes. So here 2000 plus 3000 it will be 5000. Then again same 8,833 plus 14,250 23,083. So 23,083 divided by 5,000 4.6166. That will be your average cost per unit. So when you compute the cost of goods sold, how many units we sold here total? The cost of goods sold means this point is very, very important. Now this one, you sold first 3,000 units. What was its cost? 12,750. Plus another 1,000 units, you sold it for 4,470. So this will be your cost of goods sold. And the closing inventory, this 23,083 is nothing but closing. Just I will give 2 minutes time. Please go through this computation because I am going to give a small exercise on this moving average also. Because one of the these are the very very important concepts which are repeatedly asked as an MC. So just look into this.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, how we got ending inventory?
Very simple. Now in this particular statement, what is the total value of inventory? 23,083, right? Same that we showed it as ending inventory.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Shall I give the exercise? Will you try?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Yeah. Now here instead of batch, now I will give date. On 1st January 2022, purchased 8,000 units at the rate $8. Then on 3rd January 2022, purchased 7,000 units at the rate 9. 5th January 2022, sold 6,000 units. Then 7th January 2022, purchased 9,000 units at the rate of $10. Then 8th January 2022, sold 8,000 units. Then 10th January 2021, sorry, 22, purchased 5,000 units at the rate of $12. Now by using required, you are by using moving average, you need to compute. So required moving average, you should compute same cost of goods sold and you should compute closing inventory. Yes. So please try, students. So just try. Anyway, I will be explaining once you try it. I hope you will do it. So reference, you can use it, right?
Yes, sir.
Done. Yes, guys, finding difficult? You want me to show it in Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no issue. First, so first, let me show in my style so that it will be simple. Purchases, date, purchases, sales, balance. So what is your first date? 1st January 2022. So here also just I am putting units, rate, amount, units, rate, amount. Right. So what is your first date? 1st January 2022. Is it purchases or sales? Purchases, right?
Yes, sir.
How many units we purchase? 8,000. So 8,000 units, rate 8, and the amount will be 64,000. I believe it is clear. The first one purchases.
Sir.
Yes. Balance also will be writing same thing. 8,000. Rate is $8. Then amount is 64,000. Then next date is 3rd January. Now this particular 3rd January, is it purchases or sales?
Purchase, sir.
Yes, it is purchase. Sorry. It is purchases. So again, in the purchase column, we need to write how much we purchased, 7,000. And 9, nothing but we purchased it for $9 or 9. So the total amount will be 63,000. So in sales, there will not be any effect. Now see how we should write in balance. Now already how many units we are having? 8,000 units, right?
Yes, sir.
So 8,000. And on 3rd January, how much we purchased?
7,000.
So 8,000 plus 7,000. So the total
15,000.
units will be 15,000. Is that clear? And when it
Yes.
comes to amount, what is the balance of amount? How much we are having balance here?
64,000
So 60,
plus 63,000.
exactly 63,000.
1,27,000.
1,27,000. And when it comes to rate, how we need to compute the rate here? 1,27,000
1,27,000 divided by
by
15,000.
exactly divided by 15,000. So 8.46 will be your rate. Is that clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now what is the next date? 5th January. So 5th January 2022. Now what is that? It is a sales. So there will not be any entry in purchases. Now sales. How many units we sold on 5th January? 6,000 units, right?
Yes, sir.
Now rate we need to compute. We need to take this balance, whatever average rate we got, 8.46667. So that we should take here. Rate 8.4667. So amount will be 6,000 into. So it will be 50,800. Is that clear about the sales part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, why?
Yeah.
So we take it as a 8.47.
Yeah, you can take it. You can take 8.47. No problem.
Okay, sir.
You can, instead of all these 3 decimals or 4 decimals, directly you can round it to 47. No issue. Okay. Yeah. Now in balance, guys, now you need to let me know what will be the balance. How many units are there in balance?
2,000.
On 5th January, how many units are there as balance? 2000. On 3rd January, what is the total stock in our godown?
15,000.
In that
Sir,
15,000,
for
how much you
sales,
should?
sir, third entry for
Yeah.
sales, we should minus 15,000 minus
Hmm.
6,000 only, no, sir.
No. On 3rd January, you are saying? Or 5th January?
5th January, sir.
Exactly. On 5th January, from 15,000, you need to deduct sales 6,000. And the difference will be the balance. So 15,000 minus 6,000, how much it will be? 9,000. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there will not be any change in the unit. Same 8.4667. So the amount will be, how many six? Yeah. So amount will be 9,000 into 8.467. So this is up to 5th January. I hope up to 5th January it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now next one is 7th January. So is it sales or purchase?
It's purchase, sir.
Purchase.
Purchases. How much we purchase? 9,000 units. Rate is $10. Amount is 90,000. Now just focus carefully. There will not be any entry in sales. Now, what will be the balance, guys? Now you should tell me what will be the balance now. How many units are there? What will be the units, total units in balance?
8,000 balance, sir.
8,000?
18,000 balance, sir.
Exactly. Very good. 18,000. And amount?
1,63,000, sir.
Of 1,63,000. So here 76,200 plus 90,000. So it will be 1,66,200. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what will be the rate per unit? 1,66,200 divided by 18,000. So 9.23 will be the average rate. Now here, if you might have observed, when you are computing this average rate, only in case of purchases. Whenever there is a purchase, then only we are computing this. I hope you might have observed, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now after 7th January, then next date is 8th January 2022. So it is a sales. So there will not be any entry in purchases. So in sales, how much we sold on 8th January?
8,000.
8,000 units. Sorry, 8,000 units. And what should be the rate?
92.23.
Correct. Exactly. Here in exam, just you can take only 9.23 or 24. No need to take all the decimals. Now the
Yes.
amount will be 8,000 into 9.22333. Now in balance, what is the balance now?
10,000.
Perfect. Very good. 10,000. 9.233. The amount will be. Now next is 10th January. That is purchases. So we purchased 5,000 units at the rate of 12 each. Then the amount will be 5,000, 60,000, and there will not be any entry in sales. Now, what will be the units?
15,000.
Perfect. 15,000. Amount will be 92,333.33. Yes,
1,52,330.33.
exactly. 1,52,333.33. And the balance, sorry, rate, average rate will be 1,52,333.3 divided by 15,000. So 10.15. So this is the average rate. Now the requirement is cost of goods. So cost of goods sold, very important. Now in case of cost of goods sold, when we sold the goods on 5th January, right? We sold the goods on 5th January and we also sold the goods on 8th January, right? Now, what is the value of the goods sold on 5th January, guys? Here, 50,800, right?
Yes,
Here you
sir.
can see, yeah,
Sir,
50,800 less. And the value of goods sold on 8th January, how much we got? 73,800.
8,866.
Exactly, 866.66. So the total cost of goods sold will be 1,24,666.7. And closing inventory. Now, guys, can you tell me what will be the closing inventory now?
1,000.
Yes,
1,52,333.3.
exactly. This is your closing. So, which method you look simple? This material slides method or this Excel sheet?
Excel sheet.
Okay, yeah. So I hope now it is clear. Moving average. So if you want to take a screenshot of it, you can take.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can
Sir,
you please give homework like this, sir? This type of questions.
You want me to give the homework?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just let me check. One second.
sir,
Yes.
sir, in moving average method,
Weighted average method. Yeah.
weighted average method, sir, they're
Hmm.
giving sales, sir. And that some we don't take that sales item wise, sir.
Uh, now let me show this. One second. This one you are saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Now in this also we are taking sales, na?
No, sir, no, sir. First, and that some
Okay.
illustrations, sir.
One second. Let me go to that. This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now here, why we are not separately considering the sales item is we need to compute the average only one time. No need to necessarily. It means the difference between weighted average and moving average is, in case of weighted average, just we take the total units purchased and the total cost incurred. That's it. No need to compute this whenever there is a sales. But moving average, what it says is, whenever you purchases, whenever you go for a new purchase, you need to compute the average. Now, in this case, the answer for your question, you consider the sales also here. Just see this. How many units we sold? 4,000 units, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is the rate we got? 4.47. So cost of goods sold, how we computed? 4,000 into 4.47. So here we will be taking the sales price.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Now, you want me to give homework? Shall I give a question on this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shall I give a big question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. 1 second. Now, requirement, you need to compute both cost of goods sold, cost of goods sold and closing inventory. Now, this is your home assignment. If you are perfect in this, then you can attempt any question. Now, the requirement is you need to compute the cost of goods sold and inventory by using first in, first out, weighted average, and moving average. Guys, I hope you won't mind.
No, sir.
Perfect homework you will be having now.
Yes, sir.
So first in, first out, moving average and weighted average, cost of goods sold and closing inventory. So
Yes,
just take the picture of this question, guys.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we have to find both weighted average and moving average.
Yeah. By using both the methods, you need to do cost of goods sold as well as no, three methods. First in, first out, moving
Weighted
average,
and
weighted
weighted
average,
average.
yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So once
So
again repeat it, sir.
yeah, no issue. You need to compute cost of goods sold and closing inventory by using three methods. First in, first out, moving average and weighted average. Okay. Compute cost of goods sold and closing inventory by using first in, first out, moving average and weighted average. Now
Okay,
what I
sir.
will do, just give me a second. First, initially, yesterday's session and today's session, I will be sending the link in 10 minutes. Once we complete the session, because Zoom take at least 10 to 15 minutes to process the video. I will be sending the, what is this, video link to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So shall I share with WhatsApp? Through WhatsApp, I will be sharing. I hope,
Yes, sir.
let me see whether I have your contact numbers. If I have. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yes. I will be sending to your direct WhatsApp number. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But my request is please do this one so that you will have a very good practice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the next LIFO method, once you've done this, then we'll go with the LIFO. Because if I explain the LIFO, definitely you will be confused. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So I'm expecting all whoever is there in the session today. I'm expecting everyone to please do this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in 10 to 15 minutes, you will be receiving the video link. Okay, then that's it for today. Okay. Right.
Sir,
Yes, yes. Yes, Dana.
sir, September 10, the recording video also we need, sir.
September 10th. Okay. Today you required that also? Okay. I will be sending.
No, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. September 10th also I will. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.